Hello, this will be a channel message for you for your highest good, and I trust that it found you at the perfect time. I really appreciate you being here with me in this moment, and as always, I love you so much, and I am so proud of you. Not everything is as it seems, and even on those days where it feels like it's a bit of a slog, right? We don't know if we're coming or going. You have to realize that you are magnetic, more so than you even understand. You are incredibly receptive at this time. You're glowing. You're radiating, actually. And you're needed. This has been a process of growth. I'm hearing growing pains is actually what I'm hearing. You are becoming so incredibly connected to your intuition. You are becoming so incredibly connected to what it is you actually want, really deciphering what that is and connecting to your heart space. And I understand it's not always easy, and I am 100% right here with you at this time. We're all in this together. But you totally got this. That's the thing. You totally got this. And this is why some of these experiences have come around for you, is because you're being given things that you can handle. Not everyone can handle this kind of stuff. Not everyone can handle this kind of stuff. That's the truth, right? You are a beacon of light for other people. You're a beacon of hope. The world needs you right now. I'm telling you. Some of you guys are laughing, thinking this is all a joke and you don't believe me. I'm telling you right now. You are so desperately needed by the world to shine your light, to be your true self, and to show the world what's possible. You're creating something new, right? A lot of us have been sitting around waiting our turn in a system that was never for us. So we thought, screw it. We're going to make our own system. We're going to do things our own way. We're going to heal. Okay? There's so much trauma, so much pain, and I don't say that from the standpoint of being a victim, okay? We're not victims here. The truth is we are choosing to heal this stuff, to take our power back, to flip our perspective around, and to look at all of these experiences that we've been through with love, with understanding, with a knowing that this is what has been creating this new version of ourselves. All of this negative catalyst and stimulus has been turning us, has been carving us into these spiritual warriors that we are. You're a spiritual warrior. Facts right there. You are an absolute spiritual warrior. And I understand today might be one of those days where you don't necessarily feel like a spiritual warrior. But like I said, not everything is as it seems, right? You might be feeling a little bit up and down or something at this point, a bit all over the place. Okay, the sun upright and the Nine of Wands in reverse, all right? It's tough. I understand, but you're glowing more than you realize. People are noticing you. People are looking to you as an example. Like, people are actually following your lead in a way that you might not even realize, because there's some really heavy emotional work that's being done here. Eight of Cups in reverse on the masculine side. Like, you are actively identifying in amongst all of this change. You have actively been identifying what has been holding you back in the emotional sense. You've been doing some really deep shadow work at this time. And on the feminine side, you might not even see that there's all of this energy happening around you. There's people looking at you. There's people that see you as an example. There's people that see you as a leader, and they might not even tell you that, right? You might have no idea how much of an impact you have had on the people around you. And this is a really good time, I think, to stop and just take note of all of the beautiful work that you've been doing and look back to the version of yourself with so much love. Look back to the version of yourself 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. That version of you that absolutely could not handle the challenges that you're receiving right now. Everything that you've been working through right now, currently, the old you had no chance of dealing with this stuff. You're ready for this. You're taking things to the next level, and you're creating your own life. You're creating your own system, your own truth. You're carving out your own path. And this is how we get to step into our dream life, because it's uniquely us. No one can tell us what that is. We kind of have to figure it out on our own, figure out how to create it, figure out how to collaborate, attract beneficial relationships. And this is the process that you've been moving through. It's just a matter of perspective. And like I said, things are not as they seem. So it might be a bit difficult to connect the dots right now, right? This really elusive energy. You might be tired, okay? You might be feeling it. You might be feeling a little bit beat up. But it's okay. You totally got this. I'm right here with you. We're doing this together, and you are absolutely glowing. You guys are doing so well to move through this. And what I want to say too is any kind of negative like self-talk or criticism right now, it's got to go in the bin. Like, you guys have got to chuck that out for real, because it's not going to be helping things. I feel like there's old people in the past, like old authority figures. I'm hearing like hypocrites is the word that I'm getting. People who like shunned you or talked you out of being your unique self when you had these special, unique ideas. People wanted to tear you down for it or tell you that that's not the way that we do things around here. That's what I get, like King of Swords, Hierophant in reverse kind of energy as shadow aspects, like a system that was never built for us. And that's where some of this negative self-talk and this doubt comes from, because you guys are following your own unique path now. You're doing things in a way that has been never done before. That has never been done before, I apologize. This is how you're doing things now, your own way. And it creates like some level of destabilization in the energies around you, some kind of safety. What I'm hearing is like safety mechanism, going back to these emotions, like the ways that we've been coping, the ways that we've been fitting in, being that like chameleon and contorting the true version of ourselves. This is all shedding. This is what is falling away right now. And this is why your sun energy, your true authentic energy is shining. And it feels like things are kind of tough right now, because we're going through massive change. Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups on the feminine energy. This is new. This is Capricorn energy. This is Cancer energy. This is the initiator. And you might be having like a lot of new relationships, a lot of people around you, new experiences, just new energy, right? And what we wanted all along was options, right? We wanted the freedom to decide. And this stuff, whether it's good or bad, all this stuff that's coming in, it's showing us what we want. It's showing us what we like, showing us what we don't like, right? Positive, negative experiences. And we're actually being given the opportunity to pick and choose. It's just a matter of putting your energy, putting some level of intentional awareness into the good stuff, planting the seeds in the areas of life that you want to see more growth, right? Planting the seeds in the direction that you want to move in. And it's just a matter of time. That's what I'm hearing. Like, it is only a matter of time. And these doors are going to start opening for you. These opportunities are going to materialize. You're going to understand that that person who you were talking to in the cafe, or that person who you were standing behind in the line at the movie theater or whatever, like, they were there for a reason, whether it was to plant some kind of idea or seed in your head, or to actually have a conversation that was going to propel things forward. Things are going to be popping up for you in unexpected places. Why? Because you're being brave. Because you're being yourself, because you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, right? You're using your imagination. You're thinking outside of the box. Seven of Cups. This is why things are materializing for you. And it's a process of trust. Trust in yourself and trust in the divine and the relationship that you have with that. You are becoming so intuitive and so connected in amongst all of this work that's being done. And you might not even see it, right? There's stuff happening in, I nearly just dropped the S-bomb. There's stuff happening in the astral realm, okay? There's stuff happening in your dreams, whether you're consciously aware of that or not. Your soul is traveling through the solar system and picking up all of this new information, forming new relationships in your 5-dimensional consciousness, and bringing new experience to you here on Earth. Bringing new experiences to you here on Earth. Sounds good. It sounds pretty cool. Let's put a bow on that. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of like clarity here coming in for you as we just continue to trust and move through the process. I get the Ace of Swords as I split the deck here. It's just a matter of time. Like I was saying, it's just a matter of time. Two of Pentacles, okay? I'm hearing stick and move. What is it like? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You just got to keep moving with it. Keep trusting, right? Seven of Cups energy. King of Cups energy being your gift. Trusting in this relationship that you have with the divine. Continuing to visualize and feel all of the good feelings that come with that. Practice having gratitude for the things that you're manifesting before they've even materialized. Right? Before it even materializes, having gratitude for that and feeling the emotions that come with that, Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, that's going to be the key to all of this. This is your gift at this time. Because going back to what I was saying, you're being given experiences that the old you couldn't handle. You're being given experiences that other people can't necessarily handle. And it's your opportunity right now to stay emotionally stable, King of Cups, during this whole process, while you get given the opportunity to plant the seeds in the direction that you want. Tell the universe, tell life, that's not what I want. I don't accept that. The power of no. All right, no is a complete sentence. If there's something that comes along that makes you feel the ick or makes you feel like you don't want it in your life, you get to say no, right? And you get to feel all of the emotions that come with that. Maybe saying no is hard. Going back to this, like, King of Swords energy, this really oppressive. I mean, there's trauma here again, like not coming from a place of victimhood, but we've been through a lot. We've been through a lot, okay? And we got to respect that for real. Like some of us have had some really prolonged relationships with like narcissistic people, oppressive people, all right? We've got to respect that, all right? King of Wands energy. Hypocrites, like I was saying, people who didn't understand what was best for everybody, and people who didn't understand like what emotions were, people who didn't understand the value of their own emotions and other people's. And I understand, like, hurt people, and it's all love here. And I think it's good to bring it back to that place of unconditional love and acceptance. We can love from a distance, and we can understand that people have their own problems that they got to work through, and we don't necessarily have to be involved with them. But we also got to respect, like, what this whole thing did to us. We've got to honor that so that we can heal. We've got to be kind to ourselves. All right? This critical self-talk, this negative energy, like the self-sabotage and, like, getting in our own head, overthinking and replaying the old stories that were programmed into us by other people, that's got to go. That stuff's getting thrown out big time right now. This is what we're shedding. And to have love for self, like through this process, which takes time, honoring the emotions in a way that we were never taught. Like some of us are really learning to do this stuff on our own, like to honor our emotions in a way that we were never taught to do. And what happens then is the old construct that's around us, okay? The old life, which was built on suppression and not honoring these feelings, not honoring how we really feel in our heart. When we start to honor our emotions, it gets really challenging. It gets really tiring because everything starts to fall away as the tower comes out, right? Things start to shift and change in a big way, and it's exhausting, and we're relearning a lot of new stuff. We're relearning about our identity and who we really are, and we're unlearning negative behaviors, and it's a process that takes time. It's so incredibly challenging, and the more we can kind of learn to let go, let it fall away, and trust in the divine, right? Trust that our guides have our back and that our guides are cheering us on, the process becomes a little bit easier. And what we find on the other side are beneficial relationships, beneficial opportunities, having the choice, being able to decide, going through negative contrast, learning how to self-regulate and make ourselves feel safe through the process so that we can say no, so that we can stand up for ourselves, so that we can create positive change, so that we can build our own system and step into our own truth. And nobody else can tell us what that is. I think we have to really share our own individual truths and really learn to coexist and work together as we all come together and start to create our dream life. That's the process that's happening here. So we've got to be kind to ourselves, right? And as these beliefs fall away, you start to really step into your power, right? Your manifesting abilities, faith in the divine, and understanding that you've got skills, you've got talents. You can do things in a way that nobody else can do, right? And that might scare people, okay? There might be shadows of these old people, right? Old ghosts that start to look at you like, who do you think you are? And it's our responsibility now to stand up with our chest out and our head up straight and to say, like, I know who I am. I know damn well who I am, and I feel good about it. Right? I feel safe because I've got my back, because Spirit's got my back, right? And I'm shedding any kind of negative beliefs or negative patterns, and you can't stop me. That's the energy I'm getting now. Is like, you can't, what are you going to do to stop me, right? Like, I'm acting from a place of love. I'm acting from the heart. I'm not here to hurt anybody, right? And if your truth doesn't align with my truth and you want to be in this old system of negative self-talk and some kind of mental cage, you can do it over there. You do it over there, and I'll be over here doing my thing, right? With my new tribe that I'm attracting. That's totally where you guys are at right now. And the Nine of Wands, which was in the centerpiece of this reading, I've lost it. It's not even on the I don't think it's even on the table anymore. So I feel like we're really stepping into this sun energy, allowing the emotions to permeate our being so that we can learn from them. I understand this is a very emotional time, and this is what we're processing right now. Eight of Cups in reverse, right? Why? Because it's time to release negativity. That's why. We have to feel this stuff. It's funny because I was reading last night. I've been reading this book about the Sistema breathing, like the ancient Russian breathing techniques. And the guy was talking about actually learning how to release tension in the body by doing a body scan meditation and actually tensing up, like creating a wave of tension through your body. This is related, bear with me, right? Creating a wave of tension in your body. And he was saying, well, to understand how to better relax and release tension in your body, you have to feel it first. And I was like, whoa, like total light bulb moment, but it makes so much sense, right? So to understand what these negative emotions are and how to actually release them and step into our power, sometimes we got to feel these negative emotions. We got to feel all of it. We got to feel everything that wants to come up, and we got to learn to breathe through it, to care for ourselves through this whole process. Breathe through it and just allow it to move through and to release, and we got to cry and we got to move, right? And I feel like there's people around you that we can talk about this stuff with, okay? We have the support. We're attracting in the support for us, and it's a process, right? Through moving through that and recognizing where there is this emotional tension and feeling that, we can better identify how to release it moving forward. It's all about contrast, right? The sun upright, the Nine of Wands in reverse. Contrast, right? But you guys are opening things up for yourselves, for real, through this emotional work that you've been doing. Seven of Cups, King of Cups is the gift. Coming back to this, like, you are creating options for yourself, and I really feel like you're being asked to continue to trust the process, continue to visualize, to feel gratitude for the things that you are manifesting for yourself, even if it hasn't materialized, to really just feel the gratitude for it, because you know, since it's your desire, it's coming in for you. It's what your higher self wants you to experience, like the pursuit of that desire and the fulfillment of the desire. All of the lessons that come with that, having a real respect and reverence for the soul's process here, the fool's journey, all of it matters. The process, the desire, the outcome, all of it matters, right? We're here to learn from all of that. And just keep having trust in the process, guys, because I'm telling you, you're doing a lot better than you realize. You're absolutely killing it. You're radiating beauty and joy, radiating good energy, and people are looking at you, right? Wondering, what is this person up to? What is this person up to? And you can't take my word for it, guys. You have to celebrate you. That's the thing. It has to come from inside. So maybe you got to buy yourself a cake. Maybe you got to give yourself that night off or that day off. I keep getting like the movies. I was talking about standing in line at the movies. Do people still go to the movies anymore? Like, I used to love going to the movies. Hey, like, something about that. Take yourself out on a date, or take your partner out on a date. Like, treat yourself. Recognize, right? Put some respect on that name. Like I was saying in that other reading. And kind of respect, like, all of the stuff that you guys have been through. Hey, like, there's some heavy work that's being done here. Like, heavy lifting is what I'm getting on an emotional level. And you got to respect that. You got to respect that, guys. You're doing so well. And through shedding, like, what I'm getting is, like, Eckhart Tolle's pain body. And there's been this, like, this shadow self, this, like, entity, this version of us that is oppressed, that is traumatized, and we've been feeding it with our thoughts and with our emotions for way too long. And this was an integral part of our soul's journey in the process here, but we don't have to get into that. What matters now, moving forward, is that we're shedding it, we're letting go. It's a parasite, really, the pain body. It feeds on our energy. And maybe that's why, like, there's a lot of this Nine of Wands in reverse, exhaustion, a lot of, like, expulsion of energy and not understanding where it's all going. I mean, there is a shedding and a releasing that's happening here. And to continue to plant seeds, like I keep saying, in the direction that you want to go, planting good seeds that are going to provide us with fruitful outcomes and positivity and gratitude and hope for the future, and knowing and a belief that the future that we're creating is better. It's for us. It's full of good feelings, right? There's optimistic seeds that we're planting now. You can't necessarily destroy this actively. It's about starving it and feeding the things that you want to grow, like planting the seeds of optimism to starve this parasitic pain body. And look at what's on the other side of that. The gold berry, the outcome, healing, right? Nourishment, getting the energy that we need to create these outcomes. Guys, you're so protected at this time with the Growlithe card. This is companionship, okay? Friendship, tribal kind of vibes, okay? Like, this is coming in for us. There's support. Your spirit guides are supporting you, and they want to see you win, and they want to see you be full of joy. That's what it is. Like, they want you to feel all of the feelings. That's what your guides are saying here. They want you to have gratitude for all of the amazing work that you've been doing. Have gratitude for all of the amazing things that you're bringing into your energetic field. And they want you to feel all of the joy and the excitement and the love, because you are so protected in this. You got this, guys, 100%. You're doing so well. I'll totally leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for sharing the space with me, supporting each other. And thank you for supporting yourselves through all of this. Like I said, the world needs you. The world desperately needs you at this time, because you're a light worker. You are emanating joy and positivity, guys, and you are making change in the world. We are changing this whole thing from the ground up, all right? So you got this. So much love to you. Thank you so much for sharing this space with me. And I absolutely cannot wait to do it all again in the next reading. Love you guys. World peace forever. Bye-bye.